The Lamborghini Aventador has been a little bit problematic recently. Hard to let the battery die out at the house, and we had to charge it up and get it started again. But when we did get it charged up, it started and wouldn't go into gear. Gearbox malfunction, limit performance. It's been sitting in here on the charger for a while. It does run and it does drive, but it's still got a bunch of error codes. It seems like we're gonna need to put a new battery in. All right, well, this looks pretty good. It's full of debris. Carter was driving it in the snow. He actually crashed it. Now here goes nothing. So we've got transmission code, gearbox malfunction. We're gonna need this charger to replace the battery, so let's throw it in the front. Now let's see if it'll go into gear so I can drive it up to the shop. Went in gear, let's see if it'll move. These Lamborghinis are a little strange. They're not like your average car. When you go to change a battery, it's not that simple. On a normal car, you just change the battery out, nothing to it. On a Lamborghini, if you go to change the battery out, you need to keep the systems powered up while you're taking the battery out, because if you remove power from the computer, it loses its mind, it goes crazy. So, we're going to leave the charger plugged into the system as I pull the battery out. The battery in these is in the front. It's up here behind one of these panels. We got to pull all of this out. So let's get started. This is the Lamborghini charger. Step one is to just get it back on the charger so that we can keep it powered up while I work on it. And now we need to figure out how you take all of this out. It's a little intimidating working on this car. I've never worked on a car like this, so this could go very poorly. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but we're just going to take screws out until we get to a battery. Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought. All right, so let's lift this guy. Oh, oh boy. Okay. Oh, there's something holding it here. This here is a battery disconnect switch, and it's aftermarket. That's why it looks so ugly, and that's kind of holding it back. So I'm going to try and pop that out, see if that makes it easier. Oh gosh. Oh man, that's an ugly mess back there. All right, let me see if I can get that off of there. Who would put something this ugly on a Aventador? Let me see if that's actually holding me back here. It may not be, but oh wow, and that's not supposed to be like that. And neither is this. Wow, that's pretty bad. These are all just broken. Shop we had it at really did not take good care of this thing, I'll tell you that much. You can see why they hit this, but they just broke it. Like, look at this thing, it's just completely smashed. This is the windshield sprayer. It cleans the windshield. It's just totally smashed up, and this is all scratched up from them getting a little too aggressive trying to pull this out. Dang. This is gonna be a little tricky. I'm gonna take this piece off here, because I think if I take this off, it'll let the this tub come a little further forward. Give me that little bit of extra clearance I need. Oh yeah, that's giving us the clearance we need. I wonder if I can pop these off so that I can, yeah, there we go. Just don't lose the hose. But I can take these off so that they get out of the way. That's why the hood's all scratched up. It's because they didn't take this off to pull the tub out. They just scratched it up on the hood. So I'm gonna pull that switch off now. That's clearly what's doing this damage to it. Oh, well, we're gonna get that one later. Lost the nut that was on the back side of that. Oh, this isn't even go to anything. Its wires are cut off. It's just, oh my goodness. This poor car. I was gonna say, I don't know why you'd use a battery cut off on a car, but when the battery gets cut off, you have to reset the computer. One battery cutoff switch that doesn't actually cut off the battery. Now, maybe the tub will come on out of here. Yep. Now I'm gonna unplug this. And now the tub comes out all together. Oh my goodness. This wire is on with clamps. That's not the right way to do that. Holy moly. Oh, there's money. It's not real. I don't know, I can't believe this is in here though. It was just sitting right in here. That's crazy. Okay. Well, it looks pretty cool in here. You can see our suspension. This is our front suspension here. And then here is our battery. Pretty neat. So we're gonna go ahead and take this out, and then I'm going to properly wire this charger to the battery, not using clamps. That's not the right way to do this. And I'll run the wire for the charger through the hole that our battery cutoff switch is now left in the front tub. So let's keep going. Take that off for the moment. Oh, let's see. That's not gonna be right. Okay. It looks like if I take this bracket out here, the battery will just come out. So I'm gonna pull that bracket out, and then once the battery is loose enough to remove, we'll disconnect the terminals while keeping the charger connected to the system to try and keep some power in. And very quickly switch us over to the new battery so the car doesn't sit without the battery on it for too long. This is where things could go very poorly. And this is our Lamborghini battery right here. Not purchased from Lamborghini. From Lamborghini, this would be close to $500 or $600. I bought this from the local auto parts store for $200. So big savings there. Now we're gonna take out the battery tie down. Let's see if the battery's loose now. It's not. All right, what else is holding it in? Got rocks. A bunch of rocks up here. Look at all that. Carter's got to stop off-roading this thing. Oh, there's our missing nut. Glad we found that. That's good. There's one more sneaky battery hold down right down in there. I'm gonna try and get that off now. Wait a minute. Look down in there. There's more money. Look at that. There's money in this car. I don't know. Is it just normal for Lamborghinis to just come full of money? Now this should be loose, I think. Good. Okay. We're getting close to the scary part of this where we actually unplug the battery. I have an idea. I'm going to plug this back in because it has a cigarette lighter on the side of it. So if I do this, yep, this reaches really well actually. So I can do that, and then we have that. So I can take this adapter, plug it into here, and then that will let us plug this into here. And now the charger, look at that, works. So now the charger is charging and I can disconnect these without worrying. So we can get rid of this jerry-rigged nonsense and we can pull out the battery. All right, now starts the countdown. Go, 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 go. All right, car's officially disconnected from the battery. Now I need to get this off. Okay, let's pull the old battery out. Pop that off for now. Put the new battery in. Let's get her juiced up again here. All right. Plugged in. Now we need to reconnect it without arcing anything. That's not going down all the way. Take a look here, what's going on. So this drains our, it's like a little battery vent. Let's see. So right now I'm doing it how I'm not supposed to, but at least now the car's got juice. I need to get this to sit just a little bit further down. I'm gonna go grab a little mallet. You want these terminals to sit as far down as they'll go, and then you just tighten them on. Let's see if that's tight. Nice and tight there. The nice thing with the ground is if you touch metal, the ground to metal, it's not going to arc because the ground of the battery is already connected to all the metal in the car. Okay, now we need to get these battery tie downs back on the battery. One more to go. I just don't know how the heck I'm going to get a bolt down in there. Man, I need some tiny hands for that. Tiny Italian hands. Or needle nose pliers, apparently. I think that's in there. Try and tighten it down. I might have done it. Battery's not going anywhere. Now we need to hook up the charger here. I think I'm gonna attach it here, and then I'll ground it over here. All right. Okay, so we're gonna just lop off these connectors here, and we're going to hardwire this charger straight to the battery. Just crimp it on there. And we do the same to the other one. All right, so now we can wire this in. Black wire goes to our ground over here, which is anywhere on the frame of the car. red wire. We're going to take over to here. And we're going to put it on our positive terminal to the battery. Now, we'll put the tub back in. Don't buy a Lamborghini, guys, unless you do all the work on it yourself. All right, so our battery's in, our charger is properly connected now. Now it's time to put the tub back in. Now the battery's connected, we'll disconnect our charger to get it out of the way, since we're past that part of the project. And as we drop this in, I need to reach in here, grab my connector, keep it up. That's gonna come through this hole. Okay, that's looking good. That's our charger connector. Let's just confirm that it works. There we go. It says battery in, so the connector works. Charging. Perfect. Now we can disconnect that. And now, I need to put this trim back in. Now we just put all the screws back in. That one's messed up. Somebody already ruined that one. These are a little busted, but they'll work for now. So I'm just gonna hook them back up. Yeah, they're not gonna work quite right, but that'll be another project. We put the screws in that hold the actual tub to the frame. We're done. That wasn't so bad. Now the real question is, does it start? Let's go find out. I'm so confident it's gonna start, I already closed the frunk. Okay. Moment of truth. Everything's powered up. This looks good. Look at that. That's great. At least it still starts. But we still have the transmission fault code here. There we go. Gearbox malfunction, limit performance. That's not great, but I also kind of expected that. I think the next step is we're going to have to take it to the shop and have them program it. And hopefully this thing doesn't have to leave on a flatbed like it has before.